Dan. Well, there's a new fire chief in town in Anderson County. The Anderson Fire Department will welcome their 13th chief next week. 7 News reporter Sophia Radeball has more on his vision for the department in a story you'll only see on 7.
Working at a fire department is nothing new for Charlie King. He says he's been around the business for a lot of his life, but next week he'll start a new journey in Anderson. Fighting fires is a family tradition for Charlie King.
I started as a volunteer when I was 15 years old.
With his new role as fire chief in Anderson, he joins the ranks of his father and grandfather.
Both my dad and my grandfathers were volunteers and took us to the station, took us to calls, and really gained a love of the fire service.
He says it's an honor of a lifetime to take over as chief, and he plans to make some changes.
The city is experiencing the fastest growth that it has ever seen in the city's history, and the fire department has to prepare itself to keep up with that growth.
He says his first goal is to focus on retaining firefighters and recruiting ones who live in city limits. And there are several ways he's going to do that.
Pay compensation is going to be one of them, probably the largest, that their benefits to them and their families for the time they put in is there.
Along with higher pay, King says making sure his firefighters have the right tools at their disposal.
That we're providing facilities that are adequate to be living in for a third of their life, that they have trucks that they're able to respond to calls in and depend on, and again, that we're providing training and growth opportunities for them individually.
King is replacing Randy Bratcher, who served as fire chief in Anderson for over 30 years. In Anderson, Sophia Radeball, 7 News.
Well, though the House approved